Hi there, viewers. Welcome to my Vision News. Thanks for joining the live chat session. Three news stories for you. Let me welcome the participants, the ones who have commented after the start of live chat. We have Bashe. He says, "Hi, Mr. Sajid. How are you?" I'm fine, Bashe. How are you? John Spencer here. I was traveling actually. That is why this live chat is late today. Uh, I will resume the usual live chats on the given time, which we have been doing in the last after 2 to 3 days. I was traveling today. I'll travel tomorrow as well. Then day after tomorrow to after 3 days I'll be able to settle. Then we'll resume usual live chat will follow the timing too. So apologies that I am late today. Uh, Hadush Gabriel says, "You look young, buddy. Glad, good to see you." Thank you. Good. Thank you, Hadush. I'm the same, just like I'm shaving my beard. Takle Goetom joined to Alim Gizao, first member who commented today. He says, "Hi, Sajid. Don't forget you're on vacation." Yeah, my vacation means 3, 4 hours a day off. That's what I can manage. Otherwise, work, work, and work. MA joined. Abdullah Harsi here too. Welcome, Abdullah Harsi. Things are heating in the Horn of Africa, he says. Said Ali bought a live chat sticker. Thank you, Said Ali, for supporting the channel. Dark Star says, any news on the kidnapped students? Okay, I'll talk about that. Muhammad Ali says, we rely on you, especially emoji information. Thank you, Muhammad Ali. I'm trying to keep you updated. Yasin Ismail says, nice haircut. Thank you. Ephraim Tisfai here says, salam. Three main news stories. Firstly, Egypt-Somalia cooperation. A senior Egyptian delegation is in Mogadishu. The delegation arrived today, reportedly. Secondly, a resolution at UN Human Rights Council about monitoring of human rights situation in Eritrea. Years ago, UN appointed special rapporteur to monitor human rights situation in Eritrea. Eritrea opposed the appointment of the special rapporteur, but rapporteur has been there. He has been reporting. Abdisalam Babigar has been reporting about the situation in Eritrea. His reports are rejected by Eritrea. Eritrea never gave access to Abdisalam Babigar. Voting was held at UN Human Rights Council about the report of special rapporteur. Which countries oppose the mandate of UN special rapporteur Eritrea? Which countries supported it? Lastly, I did a video yesterday. I shared with you what former Somalia's foreign minister said. Abdi Said, I think, is his name. He said that Al Shabaab should take over Mogadishu. Mogadishu government should be handed over to Al Shabaab because Al Shabaab is a stronger force. It can stop Ethiopia. A viewer said, Sajid, this is not worth reporting. But Ahmed Fiqi, the Foreign Minister of Somalia, responded to this interview of this site today. What did Ahmed Fiqi say? We'll have a look at that. DW Ethiopia says, I heard Thailand is very affordable. Have you gotten a massage from the lovely Thai ladies? Who told you I'm in Thailand? Uh, Thailand is very affordable. I've been to Thailand. And massage is not about leisure. There are academies which teach massage in Thailand. You have to be a professional, and Thai massage is a professional massage. But there are some other businesses too, obviously ongoing in the guise of massage. Uh, Malin Tajil says, Hi Sajid, how are you today? I'm fine, Malin, how are you? Said says, Mashallah, keep up the good work from Somaliland. Thank you, Said. Pharmacon joins says, Hello, Sajid. Egypt is just loser and don't know what to do, only looking for turmoil that can disturb Ethiopia. Yamasgan joined, second member. Welcome, Yamasgan. He says, Hi, Sajid, my friend. How are you and your family? Keep being awesome. Thank you, Yamasgan. You have been a big support, sharing information with me, available to me. I'm available too as well. We discuss a lot. Thank you, Yamasgan. Everyone is fine. No, it does not, by the way. I can change my location. WTOPA says YouTube channel shows your location. I can put location of my choice. Location change, no issue. 3ZI says, thank you, Somalia, for voting against. General Komsa, I hope you are tipping those Thai ladies well. Well, they charge you for massage. Why should you give them a tip? Let's start with yours. A senior Egyptian delegation is in Somalia. Egyptian Minister of Foreign Affairs is leading this delegation. And delegation is visiting Somalia while Egypt Air is starting flights, direct flights to and from Mogadishu. Twice a week, I think, Egypt Air will operate direct flights from Cairo to Mogadishu. Egypt is entering Mogadishu at a time when Yamaskan has bought membership for 6 months. Thank you, Yamaskan. It has come at a time when Emirates is withdrawing from Somalia. If you remember, a few days ago, we heard that Emirates decided to withdraw from Somalia. Egypt Air is filling in the vacuum. Ethiopian Airlines is still operating to and from Mogadishu, but if MOU is implemented, maybe Ethiopian Airlines will be kicked out. Emirates already going. It means that Egypt will Egypt will increase its flights from and to Mogadishu. Egypt Air is entering Somalia's aviation sector. That is why a senior delegation from Egypt came to Somalia to attend the inauguration of Egypt Air flights from Mogadishu to Cairo. Hassan Sheikh, if you remember, a few days ago, called Al Sisi. Call was initiated by Hassan Sheikh, the president of Somalia. And after that, he went to Eritrea. He met with Isaias Afwerki. Nothing has been said about the visit. What was the agenda? What was agenda of Hassan Sheikh's talk with Al Sisi? I said, analyzing the two developments, that the agenda was MOU with Ethiopia Somalia will have to make some big decisions in coming days in talks with Ethiopia. Maybe talks could resume in September. Before that, Somalia wants to take its allies on board. That is why we're seeing Hassan Sheikh contacting Eritrean and Egyptian leaders. Ethiopia has been trying to keep Egypt away from its borders. Ethiopia did not allow Egypt to establish a military base in Djibouti. Egypt wanted to establish a military base, it could not. Then during Abdullah Farmajo era, Ethiopia did not allow Egypt to settle in Somalia. After Hassan Sheikh came to power, we saw that Egypt managed to gain a foothold in Somalia. Egypt is hoping to have a role in security sector in Somalia in 2025 after the mandate of African troops will expire. Egyptian generals, Egyptian military officers are already stationed in Somalia, reportedly. A few months ago, we heard that Egypt was establishing a base, a training base for Somalia soldiers. It is training Somalia soldiers. So, Egypt definitely gaining a foothold in Ethiopian neighborhood. Egypt managed to gain a foothold in Sudan too. It struck some deal with Al Burhan. But we saw that Sudan then became a victim of civil war. So Egypt now is not the only key player there. There are several other players too. That is why Egypt's plan of coming close to Ethiopia through Sudan could not succeed. Now I think Somalia is the target of Egypt. What will Ethiopia do? It would like to keep Egypt away from its borders. Let's see how Ethiopia reacts. While Egypt is training Somalia's forces, Ethiopia is training Somaliland's forces. In a video yesterday, I told you about the training being undertaken by Somaliland forces in Ethiopia. Reportedly, thousands of Somaliland soldiers have arrived in Ethiopia. They were seen entering the Reddawa Somali region. Several convoys were seen. They are in Ethiopia, going to undertake military training here. So, overall, the developments that are happening in the Horn of Africa don't point towards lasting peace and stability. What kind of relationship does Egypt have with Eritrea? Do they have any issue? Oh no, they are allies. No issues between them. They are new allies. I think Isas Afwerki and Al Sisi are now allies because they have found a common rival, and that is Team Abiy. They are on good terms. Egypt has appointed an ambassador plenipotentiary to Eritrea. And thank you, Alam. Alam has also bought membership for 8 months. Uh, Egypt, uh, Somalia, Eritrea, definitely they are allies now. And one of the reasons behind their alliance is Ethiopia. Ethiopia will try to split them, I think, if it feels cornered, then it will try to split this alliance. It will happen, you'll see that sooner or later. Leader of Ethiopia says if they are allies, why can't Egypt get a military post in Eritrea? That depends upon where Egypt wants to have a military base. I think it would like to have a military base in Somalia. It can control Somalia more. Weaker countries can be controlled more. It's difficult to control Eritrea, keeping in view the internal strength there. Somalia can be controlled. It's just like for Ethiopia, Somaliland is a better option in terms of access to sea. Why? Because Ethiopia can control Somaliland. It will be difficult to kick Ethiopia out of Somaliland once Ethiopia gets there. Egypt would like to be in Somalia. I think it would have a stronger presence there than in Eritrea. But it's up to Egypt to decide. Now, secondly, viewers, Save the World join. Welcome, Save the World. UN Human Rights Council voted on Thursday about human rights situation in Eritrea, about the mandate of UN Special Rapporteur Abdisalam Babikar. 47 countries voted. Majority supported the resolution. It means monitoring of human rights in Eritrea will continue. Eritrea will definitely boycott this decision. It opposed the decision. It will not allow the UN Special Rapporteur to visit Eritrea. For years, Eritrea did not allow the Special Rapporteur to Eritrea. But Abdislam Babikar conducts, he prepares reports through contacts with the people, distant reporting he's doing. Interestingly, out of 47 countries which voted, no African country supported the resolution. Either African countries were absent or they abstained from voting or they opposed the resolution. So this is what Africa is doing. Africa is supporting Eritrean position that UN should not appoint a special rapporteur to monitor human rights situation in Eritrea. Why is that? Is it because Eritrea is an African country? Generally, those countries which are involved in human rights abuses, they oppose the mandate of UN as special rapporteur on Eritrea because they know that similar resolutions could be tabled against them too. But if entire Africa is opposing a move by the UN Human Rights Council, I think UN Human Rights Council should listen to Africa too. And what has this UN special rapporteur achieved so far? Nothing, I think. It just submits reports to the UN Human Rights Council, to General Assembly. Debates are held. Eritrea denies. Eritrea submits counter reports. Nothing happens. Eritrea is a member of the UN Human Rights Council. So what is the point in monitoring the human rights situation in Eritrea when no action can be ordered by the UN Human Rights Council or General Assembly? Gale Hildi says, do you have any idea or history of British Somaliland? Well, Chief of Hamasyan is here with lots of knowledge of history about Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, Egypt, entire world, from prehistoric area to he has in-depth knowledge of that area. So you can contact him. Peace and love is late, a little late. How are you, peace and love? Kido Celestilasi says, Saji, do you think there will be a potential future military war between Ethiopia and Eritrea? with their allies backing them. I know the question is somewhat lacking. Abiy and Isaias are not on good terms. Well, no war is coming. I would say that there's no appetite for war. Ethiopia is in the grips of crises, internal crises, economic crises. It has opened a new front. It wants to gain access to sea. It does not want to open a new front in terms of war against Eritrea. I have been saying this in last year. Last year, when everyone was saying that war was about to break out, I said no. If you remember, I rejected those analysis. I said no, war was going to happen, and you saw that. People wanted a war between Ethiopia and Eritrea. Some people, especially anti-Abiy, anti-Ethiopian government people, they wanted a war and they were fueling a conflict. It did not happen. Eritrea, why would it want to attack Ethiopia? It will only attack Ethiopia if Ethiopia decides to remove its Afwerki government. Ethiopia is irritating Eritrea a little, by the way, by hosting Brigade Nehamado, by giving some statements. But so far, Eritrea is showing calm. It is not interested in any new war against Ethiopia. So, Ethiopian relations are, you can say, no war, no peace. A sort of atmosphere of peace with no real engagement. That is what is set to continue between the two countries, I think. No, Lilo, no news about Gondar City and airport. Hafte wall they claimed, but I told you that flight operation was ongoing. No disruption at Gondar airport. So no change there. Hafte wall they can explain what he achieved through this operation. Lastly, viewers, I did a video yesterday. I told you about the interview of former Foreign Minister of Somalia, Abdi Said. Abdi Said, in an interview, said that government should be handed over to Al Shabaab because Al Shabaab can stop Ethiopia with its ideology. He used very strong language against Ethiopian Abiy, calling him a Christian extremist. He said Al Shabaab can raise. Al Shabaab can counter Ethiopia, it can rally the people to, it's a strong force, organized force. Mogadishu government is weak. Uh, to this talk of Abdi Said today, Ahmed Fiqi responded. He's Foreign Minister of Somalia. By the way, he also a few months ago called for waging of holy war against Ethiopia. But he criticized Abdi Said. He said that Abdi Said remarks are critical of the sacrifices of Somalia soldiers. He said Al Shabaab is a designated international terrorist entity. It has no place. We should not waste our sacrifices. Somalia can protect its sovereignty and territorial integrity. Such narratives which are being built are misleading. So he completely rejected the idea of Abdi Said that Al Shabaab should be given the power, the authority to stop Ethiopia. Muhammad Yaimer says Ethiopia will go to war with Eritrea over Assad. Well, I don't think so. I don't think that it will happen. If Ethiopia gains access to sea through Somaliland or Somalia, maybe you won't see real tension between Ethiopia and Eritrea over Assam. But if Somaliland, Somalia both deny access to sea to Ethiopia, then Ethiopia might turn back towards Assam. And if you remember, Musibi Abdi said a few weeks ago, he said that if Ethiopia gains access to sea through Somaliland, it would be good for peace between Ethiopia and Eritrea too, because the two were not on good terms. About after PM Abiy spoke about access to sea, he, without mentioning Assam, wanted Eritrea to give access to sea to Ethiopia last year. Then, after Eritrea showed no response, Ethiopian government turned to Somali land. According to Musibe Abdi, if Ethiopia gains access to sea through Somaliland, it will minimize the chances of direct Ethiopia-Eritrea clash over access to sea. Because 26 minutes have passed, I think we should end the live chat session. General Comsa says, my land's port will not stop Ethiopia from claiming Assam in the future. Let's see, so far Ethiopia is silent. It's not talking about Assam. It's only talking about MOU with Somaliland. It is in talks with Somalia. We covered three topics, viewers. Firstly, Egyptian senior delegation is in Mogadishu. Egypt Air is starting flights twice a week from Mogadishu to Cairo. Egypt is looking to gain a foothold in Somalia, especially in 2025. Ethiopian Airlines still operating, but if tensions escalate between two countries, Somalia might kick out Ethiopian Airlines. So Egypt Air will fill in the vacuum. Egypt Air has arrived in Somalia. Secondly, a resolution has been approved by UN Human Rights Council to continue monitoring of human rights situation in Eritrea. All African countries either opposed or they abstained from voting against Eritrea. Lastly, Ahmed Fiqi, the Foreign Minister of Somalia today, rejected the remarks made by Abdi Said, former Foreign Minister of Somalia, who said that Al Shabaab should be authorized, should take over Mogadishu to stop Ethiopia from implementing MOU with Somaliland. Thanks for watching, viewers. It's good to be with you. I'll be back tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye bye.